My Uber driver smells bad. Got a stinky Uber driver. Uber driver smells bad. Got a stinky Uber driver. My poor wife. She has to put up with me singing songs and I put them in her head and then she has them in her head all day. If you haven't seen the latest Adam Sandler stand-up comedy routine, it's a 2, 3, I don't know, maybe even 4 years old now, but I've probably watched it 10 times. It's over on the Netflix. He sings a bunch of songs that he wrote and it's hilarious. And if you don't have Netflix, just go on over to the YouTube, and a couple of them you should check out. One is definitely just put in Adam Sandler Uber driver, play that song. Another one is phone, wallet, keys. Adam Sandler, one of my favorites of all time. Let's go and check on the big board because we're downtown the Chinatown today because oil is taking it right in the cookie bag. Where are we at? Let's see. Oil is down what? 4.59%. So having a bad day in the black gold Texas tea, but that didn't prevent me from buying some oil positions early because I've missed you. Past couple of days, I haven't been on here checking in with you. Not even on Expiration Friday because I thought on Thursday I didn't do a video. And I'm like, I'll for sure do one on Expiration Friday. I didn't. But here's what we did. Last moves were on, what is that? That would have been Thursday. So APA, that's an oil stock. They were downtown the Chinatown because they announced they were buying another oil and gas company. So I thought, hey, it'd be safe to go with the 34 put, have 10 contracts on that, collected $590. And then EOG, I was like, hey, 119.50 is safe. And if not, then I collect those 1,000 shares on this Friday, which would be January 12th, and then line myself up for their next dividend, which is they go ex-dividend next week. Let's look them up just to make sure we know the date because we know it is 91 cents. Come on, internet. Hello, Bart. It's me, Elon. Sorry that you have the satellite internet. I'll dial it in for you. Thank you, Elon. I appreciate all the help that I can get. Let's go to EOG dividends. Now, keep that price in mind because that's going to scare you in a second when I show you the moves that I made a little premature. So ex-dividend date is January 16th for that 91 cents. So those 1,000 shares, I would collect $910 for those if those shares are put to me Friday, but they'll be put to me at 119.50. And as you saw, they're currently trading under 117. Wow, that's all right. So I collected 1,059 for doing so. And I was like, hey, let's just buy some up too. So I bought 1,000 shares at 121.67. Hey, not so good. But that's okay. We know EOG well, great company, run great, great profits, and eventually, probably before this week is over, they'll be up above 121.67, probably in the 123s. UCO, that's a 2 times USO. So I bought it at 26.35 and then got nervous and sold it at 26.52. So I made all of $85 on that trade, but that's okay. And then today, it's like, hey, more oil. UCO got in on that at 25.24. So look, that's way lower than what we got into it last week on Thursday. And then bought another 1,000 shares of EOG, bought that at 116.92. Currently trading at, oh boy, 116.77. And I actually got my eye on ExxonMobil too. So I might buy that today while we're here having fun together. USO bought 1,000 shares of that at 65.81, and it's currently trading at 65.94. So that one doesn't look horrible, but all the others are making my butt stink, thus making the portfolio go downtown to Chinatown. We're down about 9,000 from all-time highs of 1,901, currently at 1,892. Here's our positions expiring this week. There's that APA. That is an oil and gas company we were talking about. And what are they trading at? 33 and change? Yep, 33.43 with the $34 puts on there. I'm not actually worried about that. I think we'll be above 34 by the end of the week because oil, the one thing that you can count on is its volatility. There's that EOG 119.50, and I certainly also feel that that will be above 119.50, but if I do take those shares, I will do so. SPXU, that is an inverse of the SPX. And currently, I got a $9 call on the board, and it's trading at 883. So I'll likely keep those unless S&P 500 goes down this week, which it certainly could. It has been, it did bounce right off of that. I shouldn't say right off of that 4,700 like we anticipated. It did dip into the high 46, the 4690s. But since then, that 4,700 still looks pretty safe. So we'll be watching what goes on there. So what do we have? What else do we have? What is this? Okay, that's EOG. We talked about that. USO talked about that. And what is this? UCO, we also talked about that. But let's look at IWM because this is a perplexing one. This is the small caps. And, one of the issues today would be, and it is up. Oh, it's up since I looked at it earlier. So it's actually up nicely, 196, because I was worried about this. I was tracking it earlier today in the upper 194s. So now it has made some progress. This is what we were hoping to see, and we're hoping to see it clear 202 by the end of the week. So that's the thesis on the IWM, because it just wasn't cooperating with the rest of the market, was it? And I understand it. Like today, part of the drag, it would be up even higher, but there's several smaller oil and gas companies that make up the Russell 2000 as well, along with those financial stocks. And on Friday, we'll start to begin the earnings season again, led with a number of financial companies like JP Morgan, Citigroup, Bank of America. All of those they'll be reporting Friday through Monday and Tuesday. So we'll keep an eye on all of that action as well. And what else are we looking at? We're looking at ExxonMobil. Let's see where they're currently at. I had just a crazy wild number in mind at 99.89. So we're just 10 cents off of that. We'll see what's going on. I'd love to get in on ExxonMobil under 100. Last sale was last week. Was that last week that we sold ExxonMobil at 102.92? Yeah, actually it was Wednesday. Sold all of our shares, 3,000 shares at 102.92. So if I got back in under 100, I would definitely do 1,000 shares today. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that as well. And then AA Alcoa, we got in at like 25 and change and then got out at 32.50, and it's currently trading at 31.81. Nope, 31.70. So I was looking at possibly a short-term put on Alcoa. What would that number look like today through Friday? So let's see. This would be 4 days from now. If we did like a 30, what would that be? 19, a 30.50. That doesn't look too bad at 30. So we'll look, what would the annualized math be on that? So 30 cents, right? Divided by 30.50, divided by the number of days in the trade, which is 4, multiplied by annualized 365. That's 89% annualized. Not so bad. And I do have a bull thesis on Alcoa. I was hoping to get back in under 30 before it then rocketed up to 40 plus. So I'll be looking at that today as well. We were right last week. I didn't have the guts to pull the trigger, but we talked about Crocs and we were dead nuts on Crocs. But I didn't pull the trigger, so it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Up 20% today. Hello. And we were looking at it at what? It was like $90. Who are you looking at over there? It's like it's my lesser self. I'm looking over at my lesser self like, I am disappointed in you. You should have known better. But ultimately, I'm responsible for my lesser self as well as my greater self. So that is, what else were we looking at? We were looking at Smith & Wesson. Smith & Wesson, SWBI. What's it at today? I was looking at $13. So it is down today, but only 4 cents. pre-market, it was trading pretty low. So I was like, hey, maybe today's the day. So 1336, what would $13 puts look like? Ooh. Whoa, they're monthlies. You don't like monthlies? No, I don't. I don't like monthlies these days. And look, see the big gap between strike prices? That does not interest me either. So the only play that would be available for me would be a swing trade on Smith & Wesson, and I want to see it way closer to 13. So we'll just watch it. We shall watch it. ExxonMobil at 99.99 still. Let's click it up here. Yeah, I'll keep you posted. Might get in on that. Although, again, oil, USO, the whole deal still confusing me. It's still not cooperating with the technical analyses and the Liberace and the Elliott, ET phone home, all of the good stuff. Hey, but the good news, the best news from the weekend, the Packers are in the playoffs. Playoffs! Yep, we're talking about playoffs. So they came back from, middle of the season. It was looking like no way they're going to the playoffs to all the way to win and get in against the rival Chicago Bears. I'm surrounded by Bear fans here in the farm fields of Northwest Indiana. So very nice to see them win to get in and do so. Now they play those red hot Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Well, I could tell you about them because they're going down. They're going down this weekend to the Packers, who are going to make an epic run to the Super Bowl. And then I will be at the Super Bowl and I will shoot a live video. I will trade. I guess I can't trade live on a Super Bowl Sunday. Got all excited there thinking about the Packers in the Super Bowl, but it'll probably happen because I close my eyes and I wish it to be true. So it shall be. So I will see you at the Super Bowl for those lovable Packers. I'll see you in the next trades. Just wanted to give you an update since it's been a couple of days since we were together. Got some wild trade ideas in mind. I'll share those with you if I make them. They involve like Tesla, Amazon, Google, Palantir, SoFi. I got my eye on all of those. I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. All right. Thanks for checking in on this Manic Monday. Obviously manic when you're dealing with me, because when you got a bunch of screens up with a guy with ADD, you have this type of behavior. So do yourself a favor, go on over to the Netflix or on to the YouTube, watch some of these songs, listen to these songs by my friend Adam Sandler. If they don't make you laugh, then there's nothing I could do for you. There is absolutely nothing I could do for you because they are hilarious. Subscribe, like, comment, share with a lovable friend, and I'll see you in the next video.